Right, well it's actually 11:30 and I've just left the house. So this is my new lazy approach to enjoying Comic-Con. I got to bed about 4 last night and I was checking tweets about 7:30 in the morning then, and the line for Ballroom 20 where the Firefly panel is was just ridiculously long, and after about another half hour they were just telling people that the Firefly panel is after midday. It's the third panel in there. They were just telling people you're not going to get in for the Firefly panel if you join the line now. And I was really tempted at the time, but 7:30 to just jump up, get out of bed and run down, try to get in line for it. But I just didn't, so I'm sure I'll be much better off for it. What I'm doing now is going to see if I can watch a live vlog being recorded. Felicia is doing a live vlog, not on the Geek Sundry site, but YouTube Live. So I don't know if I'll get in for that. It's not a very big venue, and I've left it with, well, it should be starting in about half an hour. So I'll see if I get in for that, but if not, I'll just wander around the exhibit hall floor. I haven't done that yet, apart from that little bit in preview night. So missing out on a lot of panels, but like I said, it's not what I'm going to aim to do this time. Firefly panel, it would have been a nice one to see, because it's a big reunion one. Apparently they're all going to be there, and it's been filmed for some TV show. But the flip side of that is whenever the TV show's broadcast, I'm going to see it all anyway, or all the best bits at least, and probably a lot more with and get a lot, see a lot more than I would do just sitting in a big room with thousands of other people. So YouTube Live, give that a go and see if I can get in there.
I want to try to play World of Warcraft on this. You think it's going to work, guys? Anyway. It does that too. Anyway, so that is my last Fate 5. Thank you, Matt. All right. Oh my God. I could literally kill somebody with that thing.
If that one dude was going to be like, I
Greg,
haven't seen you.
Greg, get it off me.
That's part of the charm.
One more question. Yeah.
Not really a question, but some advice. As you've now got the greatest computer system of all time, you need to play Jeff Minter's Sheep in Space. Greatest Commodore 64 game ever.
You guys are still on this computer?
Yeah. I've been playing that game for 30 years.
Are you kidding?
Nope.
All right. Did we look good together? Are you happy? You are? Thank you so much for being such a sport. And when I walk around, I'll be sure to tell people your whole name. I'm cosplaying as George Hernandez, right? Jimenez. Okay. And then hey. Greg, please unveil George's mask that he can wear or not wear. I think that's a little bit better. All right, well, thank you so much. Thank you, George, for being a sport, and thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it, and we will see this segment in awesomely edited form online next Monday. Thanks a lot.
So made it into YouTube Live. Got a really good seat for Felicia, actually, for recording the vlog. Second row, so that was great. And the other ones over here is Nerdist. Peach Plus, the digital series, I don't know what that is. Geek Sundry's over in the corner. Stanley's World of Heroes. Black Box TV's back there, and Cinema Prime here. I'll look around the rest of them now. So now that I know where it is, I'm going to get a Subway. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do next. Stanley's actually going to be there in, I think it's about an hour actually. He's going to be in the YouTube Live lounge. And I've never seen him do a Q&A, so it'd be good to see him live in a really small venue like that, although I'm sure it's going to be packed out by the time half two comes round. But the other thing is, Joss Whedon is doing TableTop up in the Geek Sundry venue, so that's another thing to go to, and yet again, it won't be anywhere near the convention floor at all. Apparently there's something like 6,000 people in the queue to get into Hall H, which is now full. And that's where a bunch of the TV things is, like Game of Thrones and all that I wanted to see. So, well, I say I want to see it, I'd like to see, but I'm not going to queue, stand in the queue of 8,000 people, or 6,000 people to get into it. So, food and then decide what I'm doing after. Alright, decided to give Stan Lee a miss. I'm going to go up and have a look at Geek Sundry and see some tabletop being played, so Will Wheaton should be there. I don't think I have any chance of getting to play with him, but there'll be a few games being played there. I could probably play at some other tables, but it's mostly just to see him. They're going to be filming some tabletop at some point today, but I think they were drawing the draws for the people to get a chance to play with him on that game have already happened. So yeah, haven't been down to the convention centre yet today at all again. I'm really beginning to think I shouldn't have bothered paying for a ticket this year, that there's so much to do off-site that this is a way to enjoy Comic-Con. Thousands and thousands of people in the queues. They were stopping people getting into the convention centre earlier to join queues, and both Ballroom 20 and Hall H are just completely packed, both full, and both thousands of people in line trying to get in for talks later on today. So yeah, the only way to enjoy Comic-Con is not to do it.
But then there's two special cards in Star Flux. They're called brain parasites and a malfunction.
Is it? Alright. Everyone except for you gets 3 points. So you are blue.
It's okay, it's your first time. I'm green.
Oh, green. What was this?
Wow.
So you stole 3 points. 1, 2, 3. Reader will read all this. Oh, so you got a
Well, it's 5 o'clock now, and this is the first I've set foot inside the convention centre all day, for the second day in a row now. I've just spent the whole day up at Geek Sundry watching Will and Colin Ferguson and Veronica Belmont, Felicia Day, all playing tabletop games, and I didn't get sitting down to play any of them with them, but it was good fun just watching them and seeing some of the games other people were playing as well. So that's just where I spent most of the day, and now I just came down here 5 o'clock just to see if there's any chance that I would get in to see any of the Joss panel, because I sort of suspected, and I think it's right, because there's a queue, basically non-existent. Everyone who was in for the Firefly panel this morning and queued all night, or queued, got up at 5 o'clock to get in, they're sort of satisfied that they've seen Joss now, so I'm probably going to get in to see this, which is surprising for a Joss Whedon panel. But there you go.
Would you ever consider going back into television?
I wasn't actually in the television. So a lot of people make mistakes. Absolutely, I love television. I think not only is it one of the most extraordinary mediums, but let's face it, most of the great storytelling that's being done on screens in America is being done on television. So, would I like to jump back in that pool? I would. It's a huge commitment. I'm in the business now of figuring out which huge commitment is my next. So, I don't know what's going to happen, but yeah, TV rules, man.
And your astonishing X-Men series is the reason why I love comics today.
Some kind of visual clue.
Yeah, you with all of your amazing things, because you have said you're awesome before, I'm just wondering, what are you most proud of? Like, when you look back on your life, what is going to really stick out to you?
I assume we're talking about the work. Hopefully it's something I haven't written yet, would be my first answer. But there are certain things that that you know, they revolve. Obviously, for example, The Body, I think, is the best episode of television. But there are things, you know, particularly in Astonishing X-Men, where I hit on some truths about humanity that I didn't understand until I wrote them. And I think that's the thing, you know, whether or not stuff lives on years from now, whether or not 5 people read it, or in my case sometimes as many as 5,000. It's the things where you write something and you find something out while you're writing it, when the characters start teaching you. And for me, Astonishing X-Men particularly Emma's story, her arc, as well as the Danger arc that comes before it, is about the idea of people always working at cross purposes, that basically just through consciousness, but also through the structure of our society, we are told 2 completely different things. We are given 2 different directives that we are constantly trying to accomplish. And that kind of confusion and dissonance and self-sabotage, to me, is the essence of what makes us human, and in my case, incredibly pathetic. And I think that, you know, I honestly didn't understand that until I was writing a comic book about it. So those are the things that really have really stuck with me, are the things where I started to grow up a little bit, because my characters helped me too.
It's the queue here for All H. So yeah, it does stretch all the way down one of those tents. It's an empty one, just so you can see how far it goes. I mean, it's fairly spread out, they're not packed in, but there's easily 100 people there, maybe a bit more. I haven't checked yet to see what's even in there tomorrow. Today, the big ones were Big Bang Theory, Game of Thrones, and something else. I think there was 3 big ones in there that kept it packed out all day. So tomorrow I have no idea. I'm just going to head over here and see if these Batmobiles are still around, if I haven't missed them. Well, they're still here.
I actually did laundry the other day. Oh, it's so pissed.
We got Phoebe.
So the picture came in.
These 3 kids who are Batman, Batgirl, and Robin. What if there was 3 kids who were competing to be Batman?
Like a Hunger Games kind of Batman?
No, it's like Pokemon. It was like, yeah, you know, they had to
like whipping balls at each other?
Yeah.
That looks like Kevin Smith over there.
Well, we'll think about that.
Some sort of extra thing we have on here. Extra at Comic Con. Warner Brothers presents Extra at Comic Con.
So you were ready to go to the Kids WB.
Wow, you know how rare that is, that the consumer products guy is just like, look, I know there's money here, but fuck these people. Pokey Batman? Let's get out of here.
So, and it was funny because we'd actually animated a pilot for Justice League, and we'd actually known the guy on the Cartoon Network. And
Black?
We had a programming there, and I said, hi, we're thinking about doing, I've met him socially over the years, we've gone and have a smoke together all the time. And he was always telling me, Bruce, if you ever want to do a show, come give me a call.
Some sort of Lego.
I finally give him a call, and I say, hey,
going on here is sort of like a 3D effect, so the way it's stretched.
I'm like, 26? Great.
So that'll look pretty cool when it's finished.
You are born under something. I got to work for everything, Tim. And every
West
story you
Batmobile.
told tonight is like I farted and they gave me a show. Now let's talk about the Bat, because that's the show is Batman on Batman. And to say that Batman changed your life has been a real hero.
Keaton.
What about the character?
You know, I've been asked that question for 20 years, and I still don't have a good answer. I have no idea. I don't know. Because the Batman I fell in love with when I was little was Adam West.
And the last one up is another tumbler. It's the black one instead of the camel colored one.
Like we can see all parts of the show.
So it's good seeing those.